My Bonnie lies over the ocean. My Bonnie lies over the sea. My Bonnie lies over the ocean. Oh, bring back my Bonnie to me. Every time I sang that song growing up, it was like an arrow through the heart. Other kids laughed as they stood up and sat down faster and faster every time, but not me. I felt the zing of heartache with every mention of the word, the name, Bonnie. Bonnie was my mother. She died of pancreatic cancer at age 32. I was 3 years old. And when a mother dies, nobody knows what to do. How do you move on? How do you tell the kids? How much do you tell the kids? In my case, nothing. Everyone was so shaken by her death, I think, that they never talked about her, about their Bonnie, not my Bonnie. In fact, sometimes it felt like she belonged to my sister and not to me. My sister was 12 when our mother died, so she'd had her longer. There may or may not be a tenure system when it comes to mothers and daughters. I'm still figuring it out. And as I grew older, I knew exactly 4 facts about my mother. 1, she was a ballet dancer for an indeterminate length of time and then was the rehearsal pianist for the local ballet. 2, she was the life of the party. 3, she had green eyes just like me. And 4, she had a wicked temper. The last fact was my favorite. I was told she'd gotten mad at my father once and sewed shut all the leg holes of his underwear. I may not have gotten her temper, but I clearly got her sense of humor. I often thought I saw my mom when I went out places. I don't remember her, I've only seen pictures. Sometimes a woman with the same hair would be driving in the car next to us, and for a moment I'd think my family had lied to me, that my mother was really alive and in hiding for some reason. I totally understand why people want to have Elvis sightings. For a moment, just a moment, there's hope that life can be changed completely. There came a day when my life was changed completely. I had children of my own. I didn't expect to be a good mother, since I didn't have one. I didn't, and sometimes don't, expect to live to see them graduate high school. My mom died young. That must be my fate too. I had these feelings before children, and having my son and daughter only amplified them. After some research, I've discovered that these are common thoughts among women who lose their mothers. I'm not alone in that, at least. With the birth of my daughter, I felt a renewed desire to find out more about my mother. I worked up the courage to ask my aunt, my sister, my father, and my mother's best friend, who was she? How am I like her? Like your Bonnie? Most of them prefaced their answers with, "Your mother wasn't perfect." They hinted that I might not like who she was if I knew too much about her. I wasn't trying to canonize her. Who can live up to that? I just wanted the truth, and as much of it as they would give me. As it turns out, it's hard to get a complete picture of someone, no matter how many people you ask. They can't share every anecdote, every idiosyncrasy, those little things that make up a life. But I got a few more facts. She loved to read, like I do. She worked at a Cleveland steel mill for a time. She loved her father and was devastated when he died just after I was born. She struggled with depression, like I have. She was passionate. She was musical. She was smart. She was talented. And she loved me. She used to say that I was good as gold and twice as bright. She loved to be with me, play with me, hold me, sing to me, read to me. My family gave me pictures of her as a child, and she looked so much like my son, I cried. And they gave me pictures of my mom holding me, smiling at me, loving me. Oh, there she is, my Bonnie. I could suddenly see her in my life, proof that I was hers, that she'd held me in her arms and kissed my chubby cheeks, proof that I belonged to someone, to a mother. She didn't need to be a perfect mother. I just needed to see that we were, in fact, part of a life together. This secret person who had been hidden from me had given me life and love and time. I can't know her as well as some girls know their mothers, but at least now I have some sense of who she was. My Bonnie.